All right, it is 4:01, and I'll call today's meeting of the Board of Trustees of San Bernardino Community College District to order. Trustee Aguilera will not be joining us as a conference call individual, so we're going to go straight to our Pledge of Allegiance, and I would like to ask Student Trustee Garcia to lead us in the pledge.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll move on to public comment for today's agenda and non-agenda items. Just as a reminder, pursuant to Board Policy 2350, any person may speak to the Board of Trustees either on an agenda item or on other matters of interest to the public that are within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Board, and before any action is taken. Comments must be limited to 3 minutes per speaker and 20 minutes on the same or substantially similar subject, unless a majority of the Board votes to extend the time limit. As a matter of policy, Board members may not discuss or respond to matters raised during public comment unless the matters are properly noticed for discussion or action in open session. If there are questions about access or accommodation to participate in the meeting, we just ask that you contact the Chancellor's Office at 909-388-6903 as far in advance of the board meeting as possible. And it looks like we have a couple of public comments. So first of all, Jeremiah Garage. There'll be a little red light that comes on. There we are.
How about now? Oh, dang, there you go. Cool. So I'm going to start whenever, or? Okay, tight. So I want to continue and start pushing the board to kind of consider this idea of going for a sanctuary school. And what that kind of basically means is a safe space for immigrants and their families, as well as kind of also as the school board making a stand firm against what a lot of the administration, this current presidential administration, is doing right now. A few months ago, I came and I kind of shared this one story too about a woman named, I'm probably going to butcher this, which I apologize for. Her name is Romayesa Ozturk, and she was the doctoral student over there in Tufts University. She was a student, she was actively pursuing her doctorate, and she had basically written a co-op commentating on the Israel-Hamas kind of war. But this is just what ended up happening not too long after is a bunch of unidentified agents, unmarked vehicles, they came, they arrested her, and without divulging into it too much for sake of brevity, they basically kind of like bounced around from from kind of like one jail to the next. Is kind of like a fear tactic as well too. And I kind of expressed at that time too, like, okay, well, why couldn't that happen over here too? It's, again, it was a student who basically everything she said was on the up. Nothing she said was against the school's policy. Even the school said it was okay. Like everything she said was not inciting violence. And so that's kind of what I shared then. And then since then, things have gotten even more kind of volatile. Again, it's all over the news with ICE raids and people are being grabbed. And a lot of times too, a lot of the response was that, okay, well, we don't fully understand what maybe a sanctuary school could entail financially. And if some of the financial concerns is like, okay, does the administration start pressing against, the funding for the school and whatnot as well too? And my kind of response to that as well too is that they're already kind of doing it. I know the president has already kind of spoken about, he's showing interest in cutting funding for the Department of Education for 15%. And maybe the concern is like, okay, well, maybe that's not specifically towards us or anything like that. Who's to say it won't be in the near future? They've already kind of shown that they don't necessarily care about what they say. They do whatever they feel. As again, not too long ago too, there was a federal court ruling that there should not be any ICE kind of activity in LA for a short period of time. They put a ban for it. And lo and behold, anyways, a Penske truck full of dozens of ICE officers went to a Home Depot, started collecting people. So if, again, the concern is that it's not financially good, they're not touching our finances quite yet, who's to say they won't in the future? Sake of time. Yeah, so kind of also on that too is the ACLU kind of report as well too. I was reading, it says, a federal court found that the federal government's ongoing immigration raids in Southern California and its denial for access to counsel for arrested immigrants likely violated the Constitution, and issued 2 temporary restraining orders prohibiting the federal government, including the Department of Homeland Security, from continuing its unlawful actions in Los Angeles and the surrounding counties. And like I said, the Penske truck showed up anyways.
Your turn is complete.
Martha Noela Gonzalez.
Hello, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good evening, board members, faculty, and community members. My name is Martha. I am both a proud student at SBCCD and a dreamer under the California Dream Program. I stand before you as an undocumented student, someone who has worked hard to be here just as many others in our classrooms. I'm here not just for myself, but just for every dreamer who wakes up each day trying to build a future while carrying the weight of uncertainty. I'm sorry if I seem a little nervous. It's my first time doing this. For months now, massive ice raids have shaken our communities here all around California. They have left neighborhoods filled with fear and families torn apart. This fear follows students onto our campuses. I've felt that fear myself, wondering if attending classes would somehow put my family or me at risk. While students are afraid to show up to learn, they lose opportunities, they fall behind, their dreams begin to shrink, and that's not just a loss for the individual, but a loss for the entire community. Declaring our campuses as sanctuary school is not just a policy, it's a promise. It's a commitment that our institution will not willingly assist immigration enforcement, that our student records will be protected, and that our campus will remain a safe place to learn regardless of immigration status. As a dreamer, I can tell you that such a promise can be the difference between feeling like you belong and feeling like you should disappear. You have the power to create that promise for us. You can ensure that campus remains safe, and to all students and staff and community members that step foot onto our school grounds. You can protect our records, and you can take a public stand that tells every student, you're welcome here and you're safe here. We dreamers are here to learn, to contribute, and to make our community stronger. All we ask is the chance to do so without fear. I'm asking you today to stand with us, to protect us, and to declare our district a sanctuary for learning, because we didn't grow up in the public education system reciting liberty and justice for all during the Pledge of Allegiance every morning for it now to be not so true anymore. Thank you.
Is there any other public comment? All right. Is there any clarification? None? All right, we'll move on to section 4, presentations. If there is no objection from the board, I would like to reschedule the Board Policy and Procedure Advisory Committee presentation to a future meeting. Is that okay with everybody? All right, in that case, we will move on to the Board Finance Committee presentation. Dr. Houston.
I think I'm going to go up to the dais to do it, just because I feel the need to flail around just a little bit, and it's a little bit more difficult to do that from here. Okay, the remote was here for me. They must have known I was going to flail. So I know that this presentation is between the board and the entire team from KVCR, and board finance is riveting. So I am super excited to be here. So, this is the first time that we have presented this concept that we have as a part of our governance structure within our board of Board Finance Committee. These are the current members, and you'll find when you kind of look, there are 3 of us that serve at any one given time. You can see the date range at the top is 24-25. We reorganize our board in December of each year. So we run a calendar year. So our board members, or our members that are appointed to the Board Finance Committee, rotate not on a fiscal year, but rotate on a calendar year. So that's why you see 4 folks up there when we talk about 24, 25 members. But there are 3 of us that during our reorganization get appointed or identified to serve in the capacity of board finance. Every year, we have this annual affirmation of what it is we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. And this is really part of the structure that we have set for maximum efficiencies, so that we have the time and the attention to be able to dive deeper into topics that if we were to have all those deep dives at our regular board business meeting, we might be here until the wee hours of the evening. And then that efficiency level isn't really the most effective either, because people get tired and hungry and cranky and all of the things that happen after you go a couple of hours. So that's part of why we have this structure, so we can have those more detailed meetings. But then also it gives us an opportunity we don't take any action, but we make recommendations to the full board. And the public is invited to all of these meetings. It is a regularly agendized meeting. We allow for public comment. It's a regular Brown Act. We follow all the rules. One of the things that we do, and that's identified and available to the public, is we have an annual calendar. And the calendar really does help us stay on track and drive those reports and those deep dives on an annual basis. And every meeting we have as one of our agenda items, a look at the calendar. Is there anything we want to rearrange or change? Is there something that's happening that might necessitate us making a change or adding something? So we have that as a regular standing item, but it's really a nice way for us to stay on track and stay ahead of what we're going to be talking about at any given meeting. Then we have, and so on that calendar, if I were to go back, you'll see that there are some things that are monthly updates, some things that are quarterly, and I'm going to kind of just go through this. These are our monthly updates. So every meeting that we have, and when we meet is right before this meeting. So we typically are going to meet at 2:30, the day of the board meeting, to again allow for efficiencies so that our members are already here. But these items you'll find on our meeting each and every month. Again, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to the public. It's also an invitation to a deeper dive so that we can have that time to do that. These are our semi-annual updates. So we don't have these obviously every month, but we have, and so these are things that there aren't necessarily monthly changes or needing to have the deeper dive or discussion around these things, but we do need to keep them on our radar because it does impact and provide more information for us at the business meeting to be armed with what we need to know and do. So recommendations that we make annually. And so again, we don't take action. We simply have consensus and agreement on what we'll bring to the full board. And so with that, you can see the items that are here. And these are our annual recommendations. So you can see, in addition to the calendar, we've got directives, we've got guiding principles, we've got campus tours. So not only can the board be better prepared, but the team, the Chancellor's Executive Cabinet, can also be better prepared for ensuring that when we do the visits or when we're out at sites, you have advance notice. So with that, you can see that the next couple of slides provide some of the activities and just a pictorial of some of the things that we've done. So when we do the workforce report, we get context when we go out and do tours as well. So you can see in October, this is some of the action and some of the activity that we were talking about. And so when we think about the work here and the innovation that you've all heard when we presented our not master plan, but strategic plan, but the facilities master plan, that's a result of all of these meetings coming together. So it didn't just happen when you saw the books that are this big. So then you can see here's some more notable activities from this past year. Our bond construction update, we did tours in that sort of enterprise bucket. So one of the things that we talk about quite often is being in a position to not necessarily have to only rely on public funding, like what might be happening in our state. Like, what are some other ways that we can have some revenue that will support our students and support our strategic priorities? So with that, we went and visited a few sites, and we do that quite often because we want to see what good ideas are out there and how maybe other districts or other institutions are filling that enterprise bucket. What are the types of activities that they do? So again, more notable activities that are aligned with that calendar. So again, you saw some of the pieces and when those things happen. The head count, we see that, we pay close attention to that because that is much of our core funding, and have, again, questions and deeper dives around that. And then when we set our legislative priorities, that also helps with our other committees so that we're aligned. So we're all on the same page when we're talking about legislative priorities and alignment with our budget priorities. So here are some site visits that our committee and then other members of the board joined. So we did a site visit back in March. We did, these are just pictures. Let me go back. So this was when we went to Valley College, and we also, I'm going to back up. This is when we went to a site that is potentially some new development, and we got to really, it was raining and cold and all the things, but we got to see this land and the proximity to not only our Valley College campus, but other services that students would be able to access when we develop that. Then we got to go into classes. We got to see students in action. We got to learn things like, well, I already told you at the meeting that we had at Valley College what I learned, so I won't repeat that, but it was pretty exciting. And then in April, we followed up with our visit to Crafton Hills, and we got to visit classes there. Again, this was they have the sort of the TV show Bones. So both Dr. Gonzalez and I thought we were famous. So we were posing with the Bones because we thought we were on the TV show. But is there really a great opportunity to see the interactive engagement that our instructors who are working with students, we got to meet not only the students, but the instructors and the instructional aides who came through the program. So we're growing our own as well, and that gives us the opportunity to do that. So continuing on, again, I know I am between y'all and KVCR, which is probably way more exciting than me, and you got a whole crew of people. But here are just some more notable activities, and again, aligned with our priorities and aligned with our strategic plan, aligned with our guiding principles, constantly reminding ourselves and keeping that in front of everything that we do with regard to how we allocate resources. So with that, I will say thank you for giving me the opportunity to present this. One of the reasons I think we thought this would be a good idea is that there was an opportunity for us to present at one of our community college conferences, one of our trustee conferences. And so Executive Vice Chancellor and I, we presented that this is what we do, and it seemed like it was pretty innovative, pretty unique, and not something that was happening across the state. We got plenty of questions and plenty of interest around how did you set that up? How was there agreement to have this structure? And we said, how could you not? And so it was just know a lot of the things that are happening in this college district are unique, are innovative, and are setting the stage for others to follow. So, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. Now we'll move on to 4C, KVCR. I'll turn over to the Chancellor.
Thank you. So presenting on KVCR is Executive Vice Chancellor Torres and Executive Director Leyba, who will give us an update on the current events of KVCR and also if I remember correctly, a sneak peek of what's to come. So, oops.
Maybe.
So thank you for having us. Just want to introduce the whole team who is here at KVCR.
Yeah. So for me, just to do a quick introduction for you all, and then leave, and then let the team shine as they always do. But very proud of the work that they're doing at KVCR. We felt that it was a time for you to hear what's going on, all the great things that are happening. Hear from a few alums that are coming here, and also very early alum as well. So just enjoy it. That's it.
Thank you, Jose. All right, well, good evening. We are going to start with a video. So let's see if I can make this work. Okay. There we go. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay. Will it start on its own? Okay. Jeff, help.
Hit it.
I'm so excited.
Buenos días.
Que todo lo que sube tiene que bajar.
Making new friends is the best.
To share music together, that's the dream of this place.
One thing has been consistently growing in the recent years. Join me as I learn more about the warehouse empire.
Welcome to Native Shorts. We're back!
Yes.
Welcome to Inland Edition. We're having conversations with people working to make the Inland Empire a better place.
This is IE Latino Voices. I'm Maya Gwynn with Black Perspectives IE. Thank you so much for being here today. We are bred to be storytellers. We want to celebrate that.
There's new generations of young kids just coming out of art school. They're making great art.
I feel it's very important for those of us that can give back and help those in need to pitch in and do what we can.
This is amazing!
All right. Well, good evening, Madam Chancellor and Board of Trustees. We are thrilled to be here and give you a little glimpse of what is happening with, oh, I see, I have to point it right at it. There we go. Okay, I'm not the technology person at KVCR. I'm sure that all of you know that KVCR stands for K Valley College Radio. We have been here for 70 years and TV side about 60 years. A few years ago, we were the hidden gem of the Inland Empire. Now we are just the gem of the Inland Empire. And every day we are making the magic happen with all of these amazing staff members that are here with me tonight. Everyone that you will hear from tonight are alum of Valley College. So with that, we are going to start with Frank Blanquette, our manager of FNX. Frank, take it away. You want to start with your video?
Yes. It'll play on its own.
FNX Television is bringing you a new digital app. Stream all your favorite programs live or watch on demand. Whether it's on a Samsung, LG, or Vizio TV, a device like Roku, Fire Stick, Android, or Apple TV, on the web, or a mobile device, it's your favorite native content on your time. Best of all, the FNX app is free. More info at fnx.org/app.
Well, hi. My name is Frank Blanquette. I am a Yucatec Maya community member, a producer-director at FNX Television, and an alumnus of San Bernardino Valley College. More specifically, I was in the RTVF, Radio, Television, and Film program, as it was known at that time, from 2006 to 2009. I then graduated from Video Symphony, the Hollywood Institute, in 2011, with an emphasis in post-production, editing, and motion graphics, all skills that I use to this day. Little did I know that when I walked into the old KVCR building as a student, and my very first assignment was working on the People of the Pine series, that my work was not only going to help launch the FNX channel as the first national network with a focus on Native American and Indigenous content, but that I would be overseeing the launch of the FNX Channels app, which has been online since November of last year, Native American Month, but officially launched May 1st of this year. And we did so with a huge launch party and a concert at the Agua Caliente Resort in Rancho Mirage. It was a surreal moment for us. The mayor even declared May 1st FNX Day in the city of Rancho Mirage moving forward. But the knowledge that I gained at this institution gave me confidence. And the mentorship that I received at KVCR as a student worker nurtured that confidence. Next year, it'll be 20 years since I first set foot at KVCR and 15 years since the launch of FNX. And I look forward each and every day to the work that we do to make an impact for underrepresented communities across our nation. Thank you.
My note was just open and disappeared. There it is. Thank you. As San Bernardino Valley College's 100-year celebration approaches, I want to note before we begin that our department is the 4th oldest film and media program in the state of California, starting in 1962. So where are we now? Thanks to the support of the board and district leadership, the Institute of Media Arts at San Bernardino Valley College, established through PARS funding, provides exceptional access to equipment, high-quality education, and various experiential learning opportunities for our students each year, all in support of student success. These include, but not limited to, internships and classroom collaborations such as Redlands Bicycle Classic and collaborative projects with students at Cal State San Bernardino and our local high school programs. Of course, 4 paid interns at KVCR supporting KVCR and FNX with their productions, and we have 4 paid interns on our side of the building, so to speak, as well, which support our department and campus with some marketing projects. Our department also employs 2 professional experts, both alumni of our program, finishing up their undergrads at Cal State Northridge right now. And they work with helping with outreach and marketing, and as well, they've stepped into roles as peer mentors for our current students. The results of our program over the last few years. 2 of these interns, as you will hear, are recent Emmy winners with KVCR. One of those interns also won Best Overall Student Project at last year's Broadcast Educators Association Media Arts Festival. Faculty have participated in panel discussions as it relates to film and media education. Every fall, filmmakers from all over the Inland Empire come to Valley for our annual 48-hour film project, an international event which we run with KVCR supports. They host our kickoff event in the studio. Every spring, student filmmakers from all over the world come to Valley and have their work screened for our International Student Film Festival. An annual TV show is produced by our TV production students every spring called Rhythm Lounge, and it's streaming on the PBS platform now. Many of our former interns have returned to the department as well as alumni mentors, helping our students with next steps in their academic and professional lives. And of course, another result, increased FTEs. Ways we are set for the future: flexibility in curriculum. We are poised to not only deal with current broadcast standards, but the ever-changing landscape of streaming. We're the only school in the area offering any sort of training in sports broadcasting. Through collaboration with our school's communications studies and English department, we are now the only community college in the Inland Empire to offer a transfer degree in journalism. Non-credit offerings. We've since started 4 non-credit classes: Steadicam, Producing 101, Film Cinematography, Grip and Lighting. We have 2 more that are in the works for this coming year: Motion Capture Production, which we see will fit in nicely with things that Cal State San Bernardino is starting to offer on their end, and then Sports Announcing. Again, thank you for your support. I can tell you as I go to conferences and speak to other institutions around the country, because of this district's support, we stand apart from many programs in the country. And one last thing, Valley up!
I know. Hello, I'm Brianna Navarro, a proud SBCCD and 2023 graduate of FTVM department. I graduated with hands-on industry experience and hold the title of being the first student in SBCC history to complete a full-length feature film. I will continue my education at Cal State University Fullerton. FTVM helped connect me to a first-time student internship at KVCR. Then after a year, KVCR officially brought me on as I continued developing my skills. And eventually I earned the role of co-producer for the upcoming season of Inland Edition. This marked the beginning of my professional portfolio in the media industry. Through KVCR, I also helped build a 10-week media program called Teen Weeks of Film for high school students across the Inland Empire. Through this program, students produce and direct their own short documentaries centered on social justice topics, and each student earns a $1,000 scholarship provided by the California Endowment and the honor of having their film aired on KVCR PBS, giving them meaningful exposure and an early boost to their professional portfolios. Another major highlight in my journey has been serving as one of the field producers on our most recent documentary, The Warehouse Empire, directed by Sofia Figueroa. This project took a hard, honest look at the impact of warehouse development in the Inland Empire, exploring both the benefits and the harm it brings to our community. That hard work truly paid off because The Warehouse Empire went on to win an Emmy Award for Best Documentary, marking a powerful victory for student filmmakers representing their alma mater and their community. Thank you.
Get the other one. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mariana Lapisco, and I'm proud to share my journey at KVCR, both as a student and as a professional. I first joined KVCR as a fellow in 2022 through the FTBM and Dare to Dream Fellowship Program. The opportunity has evolved into deeper involvement, especially with FNX, taking on multiple roles across production, storytelling, and our new FNX streaming app. FNX has allowed me to blend my passion for community activism and media production, contributing to programming that uplifts Indigenous voices. I recently graduated from San Bernardino Valley College and had the honor of being the 2024 commencement speaker, where I share how my journey of being a first-generation student and creative professional was made possible because of institutions like SBCCD and KVCR. Together, they're not just training students, they're creating jobs, launching careers, and investing in local talent. And they are living up to Valley's slogan of coming with a dream and leaving with a future. I definitely did. Through KVCR and FNX, I've produced Emmy-winning documentaries, earning 2 Emmys that speak to the quality of work and the stories we uplift from our region. This fall, I'll be continuing my education at Chapman University to complete my bachelor's degree in film and television production. SBCCD and KVCR laid the foundation of this next chapter by giving me a place to learn, grow, and lead. KVCR is not just a station, it's a launchpad of local talent, stories, and future media leaders. Thank you.
Hi everyone, and thank you for having me. My name is Noir Flores, and I recently graduated from San Bernardino Valley College in May 2025. I was honored to be selected as a KVCR intern during this past academic year. During my internship, I had gained real hands-on experience in television and broadcasting. I worked on shows like Learn With Me and Native Shorts, edited promos that aired on TV, and was part of a live coverage of the presidential election. I also had the opportunity to help at an interview at the Cheech Museum, which provided me with hands-on experience using industry standard skills and equipment. This internship has strengthened my technical skills and given me a sense of direction that has opened doors to job opportunities and helped me transition to a 4-year university, Cal State Northridge, where I will be starting this upcoming fall 2025. I'm especially grateful to the KVCR staff and the FTVM faculty who have become lifelong mentors. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our amazing presenters. If you have any questions, we would be happy to answer them.
I don't have so much as a question. I mean, I think the Emmys speak for themselves. But kudos to you and the work that's being done in regards to KVCR. I mean, this is just phenomenal. I think the participation here, and poor Dr. Houston, you're right. The energy over there. God! So, but you know, I just think it's such an incredible work that's being done. It's unfortunate some of the things that are occurring that's preventing this from being the true testament of what public broadcast is truly about. But just thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you to everybody that's supporting these efforts, and congratulations. Keep going. Thank you, Dr.
Congratulations to the entire team, and I just want to say to you, because you've been, how long have you been leading KVCR, Jose, or been like
21, 22?
Yeah, so, but remember like 7 or 8 years ago what KVCR was, and so like just kudos
You can just
to
wipe
you.
that out.
Well, but I think it's important, you know, your consistency and the leadership, you know, and how you've been working with the teams. And, you know, I remember all of the early conversations and, you know, not understanding. I'm like, okay, so what is he doing and how is this working? And he's like, I got to get a budget in place. That was the steady. And then now we're here. And so just your great work is just what I want to say.
I'll just say, so there is a nexus to the board finance committee. The budget. Okay. So we're part of your presentation too. No, fantastic. I mean, everything that you just said, I was brand new to the board 7 or 8 years ago when all of the whatever were, you know, building this on was happening, and I was very confused. And it was really through that consistency of leadership all along the way. And some of us, and I know I've said this before, you know, sometimes we get impatient, right? Some of us who sit here, right, we get impatient. And, you know, with our leadership and our leadership at our campuses and that collaboration to really build something that is an integrated program, it was worth it for us to, you know, like trust us. We have a plan. We have a plan. So it was worth it. But you know, we were impatient. So thank you. Thank you for hanging with us as well. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
So let me just add my thanks and to all of you who make KVCR work. And the Inland Empire is definitely a better place because of the work of KVCR. Okay. Moving on now to the approval of minutes. So first up, we have the approval of the June 12th, 2025 board business meeting minutes.
Move approve. Second.
Okay, so hold on. So we have a motion by Trustee Betters and a second by Trustee Williams to approve the minutes from the June 12th meeting. Any discussion? Okay, hearing no discussion, let's go ahead and take our vote. Student trustees, you will vote first, and then the rest of us. All right, and the motion carries. Next, we have the minutes of the June 24th, 2025 board retreat meeting.
I'll move approval.
Okay. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right. So we have a motion by Trustee Houston and a second by Trustee Betters to approve the June 24th, 2025 minutes. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, let's go ahead and take our vote. Student trustees, if you'll cast your votes first, please. All right, and the motion carries with one abstention. Moving on now to item 6, recognition and celebrations, applause cards. So if we can display the applause cards here. We're all into the M's.
This is a good month.
All right. Wow, that was epic.
That was good.
Awesome.
Good.
Congratulations to all those who are recognized for their outstanding service.
Yes, indeed.
Moving on to 6B, retirement recognition. Chancellor.
So tonight we have two individuals that have turned in their intent to retire. The first is Armando Alcala, a custodian at Valley College. After 35 years of service with the district, Armando submitted a letter with the intent to retire as of June 23rd, a little later this year. And he will retire as a custodian, a position he's held since October 1990. Also is a Gary Williams, a professor of psychology at Crafton. After 18 years of service to the district, Gary submitted a letter of intent to retire effective May 31st. He began his employment with the district as an institutional assessment coordinator in September of 06. He also served as an instructional assistant specialist and will retire as a professor of psychology, a position he has held since August of 2020. We thank both of them for their committed service to the district and wish them well in their retirement.
Moving on to the action agenda, we have letter A, board policies for final approval. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
So we have a motion by Trustee Houston with a second by Trustee Williams. Is there any discussion? If there's none, let's go ahead and we'll cast our votes. And the motion carries. Moving on to item B, naming of the Crafton Hills College Music Room in the new Finkelstein Performing Arts Center as the Elaine S. Rosen Music Room. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay. All right, we have a motion by Trustee Houston with a second by Trustee Bitters. Is there any discussion? I would just say it was a great event last week.
Yeah,
Dr. Houston and I were able to be there to honor Ms. Rosen. So it was outstanding. What a great way to recognize people who are really giving of their to ensure the future for our students. So that was great. All right, if there is no further discussion, we'll go ahead and take our vote. And the motion carries. Okay. Item C, this is a public hearing and acknowledgement of initial proposals to reopen negotiations with the CSEA Chapter 291. So pursuant to Government Code 3547, we will open a public hearing to comment on the initial proposals and reopen negotiations per the agenda items. So do we have public comment having opened the public hearing?
No, sir.
There's no public comment? Okay. In that case, I will close the public hearing and call for a motion.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. We have a motion by Trustee Williams and a second by Trustee Houston to acknowledge the initial proposals to reopen negotiations with CSEA Chapter 291. Is there any discussion? There's no discussion. We'll move on to the vote. And the motion carries. Now we'll move on to Section 8, the consent agenda. Are there any items to pull from the consent agenda?
C4.
Okay.
I'd like to pull C2 to bring back at another time.
Okay. Okay, so do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of items C4 and C2?
Second.
So we have a motion by trustee Longville and a second by trustee Williams to approve the consent agenda with the exception of C4 and C2. Is there any, shall be no discussion really. So let's go on to the vote. And the motion carries. Now let's go back and discuss item C4, which is contracts at or above $114,800.
I need to abstain from the contracts related to Rialto Unified School District.
Okay.
I motion approval.
So we have a motion to approve from trustee Houston and a second from trustee Longville to approve C4. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none, let's cast our votes. And the motion carries with one abstention. And we will bring item C2 back at a future meeting.
That's correct.
All right, moving on now. Board reports. So A, the Board Finance Committee. You get to talk twice.
I get to talk again. So the Board Finance Committee met today at 2:30, right before this meeting, and there were some topics that we discussed. So enrollment and disaggregated student headcount. The committee members received an enrollment report, which shows that we are at 49% of the 6,826 target FTS. We are also ahead of last year when compared to the same date in 2024. And then we had an update on our commercial property leases. So the committee members received an update on the district's commercial properties. As of August 1, 2025, the occupancy rate is at a high of 93.7%. We currently have only approximately 1,400 square feet available to lease on one of our properties. So really is just one space of all the properties. So that's amazing. Our other monthly updates were that we received updates on our bond construction, our budget expenditures and monthly report, the PARS Trust investment. And our next meeting will be right before our meeting in September, so Thursday, September 11th, 2025. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. Is there a report of the Board Legislative Committee?
No report.
And there will be no report of the Board Policy and Procedures Ad Hoc Committee today, so we'll move on to regional and state reports. But our Board of Governors, Trustee Williams.
So I just want to read something real quick. Colleagues, I'd like to briefly highlight an important milestone that has strengthened our statewide commitment to student success. As a member of the California Community College Board of Governors, I am proud to report that Title V 54221 burden-free access to instructional materials is now formally adopted and has taken effect on July 30th, 2025. This regulation requires all districts to ensure students have day one access to all required instructional materials without financial and administrative burden. This policy responds directly to a real barrier that students have faced. 65% of students attend class without required materials. 72% report that textbook costs impact their courses and major decisions. And students pay an average of $938 per year on materials, often out of pocket. This new regulation is not just a compliance, it's creating structural equity. It ensures that affordability is no longer a condition for readiness, and it aligns powerfully with the Envision 2030 goals and increases equity, access, support, and success. As trustees, our role is to support our chancellor and administration in implementing this regulation with fidelity by reinforcing the board's commitment to equitable learning conditions for all students. I'm grateful to have helped shape this regulation at the state level, and I look forward to seeing how our district responds and can serve as a model, as a model of what is possible for equity and encode it into policy. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Trustee Williams. Joint Powers Authority.
Just a quick report. We had our meeting last week. We reorganized on a more traditional fiscal year, and I was selected to chair the JPA for the 25-26 fiscal year. So.
Okay, Chancellor's report.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. First off, I want to congratulate Trustee Williams on the passing of that legislation. I remember the two of us talking about it over the phone. I don't know, it was probably 10:30 at night about 2 years ago. He had a vision, he had a dream, and we talked about how do we make this better for students, not just at home, but across the state. So congratulations. I know that was a big, big lift, so kudos. So I want to say also thank you to everyone. It's August already, can you believe it? Thank you for all of the work everyone has done all summer long to get ready for the new academic year. I know a lot of you foregone some of your vacations and have been here because I saw you all over the district. So thank you for your work. We've also been working to expand our outreach to the K-12 schools, the districts. We've been talking with school boards about how Crafton Hills College and San Bernardino Valley College, as well as our district office, can better serve our local students. We're sharing about the progress with early college and dual enrollment. We've shown them new workforce training facilities that are available to them. We've also talked about how affordable it is to prepare for good paying jobs locally at a community college. So super excited about those conversations and what will come of them. We want to thank our recent host that allowed me to come in and spend time with their boards at San Bernardino City Unified, Redlands Unified, and Bear Valley Unified. Great, great partners for the district. We're also looking forward to visiting Rim of the World, Colton Joint, and Yucaipa Calamasa. Recently, I also had the pleasure of being on a panel with the IECF, the Inland Empire Community Foundation, at the Philanthropy and Policy Forum. I shared about the need for affordable housing and workforce housing and how community colleges can help with that efforts. Next week, I'll be joined by several trustees in Sacramento as we continue advocating for our students. Our students tell us that they need housing. Right? That's not a surprise to us. Basic needs services, financial aid, additional academic programs, and career training. But we also need the state and federal investments to make that possible for our students. And we're grateful for our legislative partners who are always supporting what it is we're doing here around the district. And I'd like to close with just a quick reminder, if we could share with all of our students, that September 2nd is the state deadline for community colleges to apply for financial aid. That's for the FAFSA and the California DREAM application. So don't wait. Tell your students, don't wait. Fall semester starts later this month, and I wish everyone a very happy academic year. And I know it's going to be a busy one, but I'm excited to see what's in store. That is my report.
Thank you, Chancellor. We'll move on to represented groups. Do we have a report from the Crafton Hills College Academic Senate? No report. How about Crafton Hills College Classified Senate?
No report.
No report. Crafton Hills College Associated Students? Probably a little early in the semester.
Yeah, no report.
San Bernardino Valley College Academic Senate?
Yes.
All right. There's a little button with a speaker outline. There
Okay,
you go.
is it on now?
Perfect.
Got it.
Did the same thing last year. But Good evening, board members, chancellor, and the community. For those who may not remember me from last year, my name is Andrea Hecht, and I serve as the Academic Senate President for San Bernardino Valley College. It's a privilege to be here tonight representing our faculty and the academic interests of our students. As Academic Senate President, I work closely with faculty across all disciplines to ensure we maintain the highest standards of academic excellence while supporting student success. This past year has brought both challenges and opportunities, and I am grateful for the collaborative relationship we have built with the board in addressing the evolving needs of our college community. I did want to give out a shout out to KVCR and all of their amazing faculty and work. That was amazing. And Lucas Cooney, who was up here with the film, television, and media, how hard he's been working, as well as you guys all noticed my arms got tired just from clapping from all the applause cards that we faculty are working all summer, same as classified professionals. We are here and we're continuing to work. And I look forward to continuing our partnership as we work together to advance the mission of San Bernardino Valley College and serve our students with excellence. Thank you for your time and continued support of our academic and student success programs. Thank you.
Thank you. San Bernardino Valley College Classified Senate.
Good evening, everyone. So for those that do not know me, my name is Kevin Moreno. I'm the new acting San Bernardino Valley College Treasurer for Classified Senate. And I just wanted to do a quick report. On August 6, 2025, Classified Senate held an emergency meeting as there were going to be vacancies within the e-board. Those vacancies were from Vinnie Wu, which was the Vice President, and Samantha Homier, which was the previous treasurer. I want to thank them for their service and for laying down like a path line for us to hopefully make positive changes within classified. Additionally, I want to congratulate the new executive boards who were voted in, which were Ida Gill as the new vice president, Maritza Portillo as the new secretary, and myself, Kevin Moreno, as the treasurer. I also want to congratulate KVCR and look forward to a new year with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. San Bernardino Valley College Associated Students. Nope. All right, CSEA.
Thank you for the opportunity to update you on the work being done by CSEA as we all prepare for the upcoming start of the new academic year. Locally, we're on the verge of completing phase 1 of our classification and compensation study, and a key part of this phase included a restructuring of our career technical education support staff job descriptions. In partnership with our district counterparts, we're now on the cusp of crafting new JDs for these employees, representing a change that doesn't reflect paperwork or process, but recognition of the roles these employees play in supporting programs like EMT, nursing, respiratory, fire, pharmacy, and psych technologies across the district. Programs that save lives, shape futures, and serve our communities in the greatest times of need. It'll prove an important step in building more effective and responsive learning environments for the students enrolled in these programs. We also plan on deepening our outreach to classified staff across the district, ensuring everyone, members or not, feel informed, included, and empowered. Statewide, we recently attended CSEA's annual conference, joining over 1,800 members from across California. We charted the course for CSEA's coming year, committing ourselves to supporting workers' rights, efforts to alleviate employee burnout and equity issues, and our intention to defend public education in the face of increasing national scrutiny and hostility, especially of institutions who continue to support DEIA initiatives. Tragically, just one day after our departure, a shooting occurred outside the conference venue where 3 people lost their lives, and our chapter would like to express our condolences to the families of the victims as well as the venue's employees who witnessed this attack. It serves as a grim reminder that the work we do for safety, for community, and for justice is urgent and real. And finally, regionally, we participated in an action aimed at shedding light on elected leaders like Congressman Ken Calvert, whose support of current legislation threatens public education, working families, and our labor partners across the region. When our elected officials fail to support fair wages, employee protections, and accessible education, we have a duty, not just as a union, not just as educators, but as citizens to say labor is watching. And we'll continue to use our voices and, if need be, our votes to hold elected officials accountable when their actions do not align with the values of their constituents, the workers, the students, and the communities we are all charged with serving and leading. Thank you very much.
Thank you. CTA.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Chancellor Dr. Rodriguez, campus presidents, senior district leadership. Hello, I'm Jeff Dembski. I'm the faculty union president. CTA and its 500 plus members are looking forward to the new academic year. Our executive board held its summer plenary a few weeks ago, and we have a lot of good going on. I'd like to thank HR Director Carla Bonnet and Associate Director Stacy Holloway, as well as the Crafton and Valley College Academic Senate presidents for joining us on a very productive session that explored areas of intersectionality between our constituent groups. We covered a lot of ground that day on topics ranging from campus safety to hiring committee formation to improving managers' training and accountability in the faculty evaluation process. Such dialoguing reflects what I term positive unionism, the idea that unions, and particularly CTA, functions best when it intentionally aligns with all of its district-wide partners. To this end, I wanted to finally share some good news. Our local chapter, and more specifically, Valley College biology professors Tatiana Vasquez and Thomas Lechuga, have earned a $20,000 grant from CTA in order to support our college's biological gardens and our specimen archive that Trustee Houston mentioned earlier. It's a big deal. This is a renewable grant. It's also a replicable grant, and it's something our union has never done before. In real terms, CTA put $20,000 in my chapter's bank account, and we're going to start spending it as soon as we figure out how to do it. Before closing, I wanted to mention that during this semester, you'll be hearing new voices and seeing new faces from this podium, delivering these reports. Our union is much more than its president. Our union has always been more than its president. And I'm very grateful to my colleagues on the e-board for stepping forward to speak at this podium. So expect updates from our PAC team on our Proposition 55 outreach. Expect updates from our negotiations team. Jesse's going to be here. Jamie's going to be here. We're looking at lecture lab parity. Expect them to come and speak to you directly. Expect to hear about our many ongoing commitments to DEI initiatives. Expect discussions about our efforts to grow collegiality between faculty and managers and our CSEE colleagues on both campuses. CTA has turned a page in the last year. It's hard to not see it. There are more pages in this book, however, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. As I mentioned to you at our open, CTA and its 500 plus members are back at work, and we've got a lot going on. Take care.
Thank you. How about the Police Officers Association? All right, we'll move on to staff reports. San Bernardino Valley College President.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. In addition to my written report, I have a few updates. But before I do, I just want to congratulate Executive Director Connie Leyva and the entire KVCR team. Outstanding presentation. I'm very proud of the collaboration and the strong work we've done together in the past year with financial aid, with athletics, with civic engagement. The college has done its part. We've added an additional faculty member, an FTVM, and we look forward just to strengthening that relationship and working together with you. The first update is enrollment is up at Valley College. Last year, we had a 14% enrollment growth. For the fall, compared to the same year, 19% up, which is outstanding. And tied to our embracing our identity. Yeah. It should be like soccer. I should get more time for the claps, though. But tied to embracing our identity as a Black serving institution and embracing our identity as a Hispanic serving institution, We have student growth in both of those populations, which is absolutely outstanding. And today, instant admit, 55 Wolverines were admitted today to Cal State San Bernardino. That's absolutely outstanding. In addition to that, last Thursday, we had a Valley Up the Mountain leadership retreat. There's about 120 of us, classified professionals, management team, faculty, a little bit of strategic planning, a lot of community building, looking at our initiative to narrow down our focus. We had 132 goals. We have one guiding principle of advancing community and 4 college priorities, which are really going to align our work. I'll be issuing an update on the action items that were coming out of that later this month, and it'll be distributed campus-wide. Really excited about the work we're doing together. On August 2nd, we have the launch of an aeronautics pilot program. That's not a pilot program, but a program for pilots. And we have a new Cessna 172 plane. The numbers are 909, area code BC for Valley College. And the plane name is Dino. Pretty interesting, huh? And really excited about that. So many people to thank. Faculty members, Francisco Gonzalez, Shannon Millen, our VPI, Letitia Hector, our Dean, Dr. Vanessa Thomas. There's some exciting work going on in aeronautics, a lot for us to be proud of. And then Valley College football is back. So hope to see all of you. Last year, we had a dismal season, 31 football players. There are more than 131 football players out there now. Yes, outstanding. Really want to thank our coach, James Griffin, our athletic director, David Rubio, our interim dean, David Grossman. They've done a lot of tremendous work to build our program back. August 30th, we're playing Antelope Valley. Little trivia for you. There are 11 colleges in the state of California that have Valley College in their name. We are the first. Antelope Valley is the second. I'll leave it there. It's going to be a good battle, good game. And then we welcome you all to opening day next Friday at 9 a.m. It's going to be a lot of fun, so looking forward to welcoming all of you.
Thank you, President Contreras. Crafton Hills College, President Dr. Ram.
So much like the built-up, pent-up applause cards we saw earlier, I have a lot of things to talk about. The Crafton Leadership Academy for Student Success class was nominated for an Innovation Award, and we are one of 2 schools that will be presenting at the upcoming California Adult Education Summit. We're very excited about that, and I want to call out specifically our counselor, Alex Hacco, for all of his work in pulling that program together. He's done an outstanding job. There's lots of other people, but I really want to recognize Alex today. In addition, our respiratory care program was awarded a 2024 Credential Success Award. Less than 16% nationwide of respiratory care programs receive this award, which means 90% or more of our students receive their license and credential upon graduation. I too want to buy more time for our enrollment update. We are now 25% above this same time last year prior to the first day of instruction. And it's the amazing work of our student services program, our faculty, and events like Roadrunner Rally, which we held on Tuesday, where 267 students came to campus and participated in registration events and also learning more about the programs and services that they can participate in while attending Crafton Hills College. This morning, we held a scholarship reception where over 100 students and donors came together to meet each other. The donors got to meet their student recipients and vice versa. And our very own student trustee, Garcia, was our featured speaker, where she did an amazing job talking about her experience and the meaning of how the foundation has impacted her life as a student at Crafton. I want to thank Trustee Gonzalez and Trustee Houston for attending our Elaine S. Rosen dedication ceremony. Trustee Gonzalez gave an amazing speech talking about the importance of the arts, and I really appreciate both of your support being there that evening. I want to thank Angel Rodriguez and Inez Canela for organizing a wonderful event we had earlier this week, and Chancellor Rodriguez for participating as well with Assemblymember Greg Wallace, showing off our new public training center and our new performing arts center. It was a very successful visit, and we just have a heavy hitter team working on these legislative affairs here at the district. It's wonderful to work with them. Our classified professionals this week completed a training for Caring Campus. This is a program that is focused on creating stronger customer service and more inclusive practices across our operations and instruction and student services. And we're really excited to see what the outcomes are that are going to continue to be. I'm we're very excited this semester. I'm almost done to have a ribbon cutting in September for our new Performing Arts Center officially, the reopening of the Barbara L. Smith Event Center, formerly Crafton Hall, the reopening of our Health and Wellness Center that's been renovated, and the grand opening of our first ever multicultural center, which will be taking place in September. Our in-service day is Friday, August 22nd. Our focus is on student and organizational wellness. And we're really looking forward to digging deeper into how we can better serve our students in these trying and complex times. Connie, your team was amazing. I'm so disappointed they left and didn't get to hear in person all the applause. That was one of the best presentations of KVCR since I've been in the district. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. How about the Executive Vice Chancellor? Vice Chancellor of Human Resources and Police Services.
I would like to thank the board for approving the official appointment of Chief Blake Bonnet on tonight's board. I would like to thank the presidents for sitting in on interviews with me and the chancellor for her continued support. I would also like to humbly request that Chief Bonnet be sworn in at our next meeting on September 11th. The health and safety of our district is a priority, and Chief Bonnet exemplifies this commitment to our students and our community. That is my report.
Thank you. Congratulations, Chief.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Before we move on from the staff reports, I just wanted to note, I had been thinking about it during the other presentations, and in the presentation by Valley College, it was mentioned that we now have a new, I believe it's Cessna 172, is that not correct? And I believe I first soloed in a Cessna 172 back oh God, how many years? 25, 50 years ago, something like that. So that brought back some fond memories, and I'm curious. I don't remember how the procedure works on this. I'm sure I knew it at one time, but I don't recall. How do you manage to obtain the designation number of Valley College on the aircraft?
You know that I'm not aware of. Perhaps our Vice President Letitia Hector knows, or we can get more information and come back.
Oh, I was just curious. It's not a.
I'm curious too.
Yeah, and the 909, I thought
that was a gift.
Quite good.
Yeah, right?
personalized.
All right. Vice Chancellor of Educational and Student Support Services.
No report.
Associate Vice Chancellor of Government Relations is not present, so I'm going to guess no report. Section 9 is information items. Are there any questions or discussion of information items? If there are none, then I just wanted to mention that the spouse of former college presidents and former longtime trustee Don Singer's wife recently passed. So recognize that family's loss, and we certainly have our deepest sympathy, but also to wish everyone a great beginning of the fall semester.
Happy New Year.
For sure. So now I will announce the closed session items. They are generally stated on the agenda. Is there any public comment on closed session items?
No comments.
All right. So if there are no public comments, the time is now 5:16, and we will move on. Can we do about 6 minutes? Does that work? 5:22-ish? All right. Thank you, everybody. All right, it is 6:10, and we will reconvene the public meeting. Clerk Bitters, will you provide our readout?
Absolutely, Chair. On August 14th, 2025, the board met with its legal counsel and real property negotiators in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.8. Direction was provided to finalize purchase and sell agreements for the acquisition of SBCCD of multiple properties described in the posted agenda, increasing the initial aggregate amount from $38 million to $65.7 million as originally approved on November 10th, 2022. And subsequently, on December 9th, 2022 and January 11th, 2024, the Board of Trustees voted unanimously.
I think there's a second page.
There's a second page. Sure is, to approve a delegation of authority to the district's chancellor or designee to, one, execute and deliver any and all documents and otherwise do any and all things which they and legal counsel deem necessary or advisable in order to finalize purchase and sell agreements for the properties. Two, pay deposits, open escrow, and otherwise perform pursuant to the terms of such final purchase and sell agreements. And three, bring the final purchase and sell agreements to the board for ratification. Thank you, Chair, for the assist.
Thank you very much.
You need a PM radio show. I can do it. We'll cut the check. Late night.
The next meeting of the board will be the board strategy session on August 28th, 2025 at 4 p.m. here in the district boardroom at 550 East Hospitality Lane, Suite 200 in San Bernardino, California, 92407. The time is 6:12 and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. Happy New Year.